making right here is my French toast. My French toast recipe. It's not a complicated one. It's not one of those that require elaborate steps or what have you. This is a simple, I have a loaf of bread and a bunch of these ingredients to make a custard, and I just want to make a quick French toast for breakfast. So first step is lay the bread out. Now the next step is making the custard. I'm using an artisan style bread, so it's a little thicker, so it's kind of like that Texas toast kind of vibe, and I love French toast to be a little thick. And this is such a simple custard. And these measurements are for exactly 1 loaf of bread, okay? So if you're gonna make half a loaf of bread or a quarter loaf of bread, you just do some math, all right? So first ingredient for the custard is 6 eggs. I use brown sugar. 1 cup of brown sugar, all right? 1 cup. You need 1 cup of milk. Now, you could use skim milk. You could use 2% milk. I always use whole milk. If you want to go real fancy, if you want it to be really rich, you can use half and half. Whole milk is where it's at. If it spills over 1 cup, that's fine. 1 cup of whole milk. Actually, I just a little bit more. There you go. Always have at least a pinch of salt. Balances it out. A cap full of this vanilla extract here, but I think a teaspoon is the correct measurement. Nutmeg. 3 dashes. I always put cinnamon. I put a lot of cinnamon. So this is really to your liking. Some people don't like it, they want it in the background, but cinnamon is a key part. I will continue to add cinnamon because it's funny how you start with French toast. Your first few pieces of bread will look much different than the rest of the bread. So I always keep this close by. Yeah, I'd recommend whisking the eggs first before you add the milk. I like to have a few fresh berries when I make my French toast. Side and wait. I have my French toast assembly line. Basically, you want everything in the order you're gonna cook it. So you're gonna need some butter, you're gonna need your bread, and of course, you're gonna need the custard you're gonna dip it in. That starts to feel hot, pan's ready to go. Put some butter in there. Toast. Let's eat. So if I want to make what I call a raspberry coulis, right? What is that? About a cup, a little over a cup. Just throw that in the pot right there. Turn that on. I'm going to add 1/4 cup of sugar. And I'm going to squeeze half a lemon in there. I need some lemon juice in there. This takes about 5 minutes. Again, still making French toast over here while that's happening. Basically, you're just macerating all these berries down until it becomes a syrup. Just about done. Okay, I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit. It's almost all done. Make sure all the berries are mushed in there. Basically, I'm just gonna strain all the berries. Turn this down. But basically, you're just taking the fiber out of this, and it's all that sweet raspberry juice right there. Now I take the stuff that was in the bowl and I pour it right back in. fire back on. So I made a little cornstarch slurry. All this is 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and about 1.5 tablespoons of water. I'm gonna add to the slurry, and anytime you cook with cornstarch and you add it to the slurry here, or add the slurry to the raspberry, you just wanna make sure this cooks for about a minute, all right? All I'm doing is thickening this sauce right here. Look at that. Look at that. All right, that's done. I could simply just take my raspberry coulis. I guess I could have did that a little nicer, but basically you have a little syrup. You toss it on like that. Dude, it's so good. So good.